So let me talk about the things that Europeans do to expats and Americans abroad that piss us off. So now I'm talking to you Swedes. I'm talking to the rest of the Europeans. First of all, love you. I hope everything's good. But I get a chance to be involved in some expats groups that I talk about things that annoy me. And it was just really funny to see so much of what annoyed me, like resonate with other people all around Europe that agreed with this. So here's the two that kind of pissed me off. And hey, you know what? I think it's fair because I'm always told that Americans are unsophisticated and poorly dressed and we're bad at this or the other. And, of course, the point of this is just to be in good fun. But I just want to point out there are instances when you're Americans and you can look at people that are Europeans and be like, that's not so sophisticated. So let's talk about lines. Because I believe Americans respect lines and follow the line rules. And that the way lines is done in Europe is a little bit unsophisticated. Now, before everybody gets mad and types, like Sweden has a system where, okay, if you want to talk to someone, you hit a button, you get a number, and then when your number's called, you go up and wait. So theoretically, you don't have to stand in the line. But here's the thing, you still have to stand in the line in Sweden in other situations. So for example, and this is in Europe too, going to a grocery store. A lot of times grocery stores still have one cart open up where you can pay from, and then the person next to you goes to get their cart. What usually happens is there's like an old lady in front of me who's the next one in line. This new cart opens up, 50 people run to it. They're not even the next one in line. They just are like every man, woman, child for themselves. They run to the other grocery thing. You'll see this at every grocery store, at least I've been to, definitely in Germany and in Sweden, where there's no respect to the people that were in the line before. It's just first come, first serve. It doesn't matter if someone's coming up the line. So basically what will happen is someone that hasn't waited in line will just run up to the front of that cart, and then suddenly they went from like 15th to first. I just don't like that. I'm sorry. I just feel that to be a bit unsophisticated and a bit rude. Sorry. You should wait. The other one where I see it too is getting on a train or a bus. You're always constantly pushing with people. And if you go to a bar in Sweden and you're trying to get an alcohol or a beer or something at the bar, there's people constantly pushing you. It's like this fight to go up to the top to get to the bartender. Hey, hey, hey. Then you finally get your beer. It always felt like to me, like I'm always constantly fighting people just to order a drink. Everybody's pushing me, and that's just a culture. It's just like, there's no like order here to actually everybody getting their turn. Let's just fight each other. To be fair to you Swedes, which I love. Yeah, I was kidding. Is that, yes, I don't think the way you do lines is sophisticated. I don't. It's annoying to me. Stop it. All right, sorry. I hope you can enjoy my good fun there. And the rest of you Europeans, do a better job with the line. I've seen this at airports and stuff too, traveling, where like there'll be a couple that's like German that's cutting everybody in the line and they get called out by the Americans. It's just interesting to see these cultural changes to me. The other one that really annoys Americans too is Europeans love asking Americans like way too personal questions when they first meet them 5 minutes in. It's like, I can't tell you how many times in my life where I'm sitting somewhere where it's Sweden at a bar, or I was somewhere else in Europe, at a restaurant or something. And if people figured out I'm American, they probably asked me about my religion, who I voted for, gun violence in the United States, all this horrible stuff. And I haven't even eaten my burger yet. It's like, I feel like they ask so many personal questions and they're so curious, and that part's really good. But a lot of times they also want to talk about like all the problems with America and what's my thoughts on that. And, just if you think I'm being crazy, I was at a dinner one time here in Sweden, and Trump had just got elected, and somebody sat down next to me and started talking to me about the election. And I guess like he didn't like Trump, and I'm not even saying I like Trump, but he was just saying stuff. I always like to play devil's advocate. That's how I am. I never like to agree with any one opinion just off the bat. I always like to see give counter arguments, hear what they think. All I said to him was, if you think that everybody that voted for Trump is racist, then he's going to get reelected again, because if Democrats don't figure out the reason he got elected, then he's just going to get elected again, because obviously 50% of the country aren't all racist. That's what I said. He stood up at the table. I didn't vote for Trump, by the way. Let me just point this out here. He stood up at the table in front of all these people I had just met, called me a effing racist in Swedish, and then stormed out. I met this guy 5 minutes before, and this guy's calling me a racist and yelling at me. It's not even your country, dude. How about being a little nicer? That'd be like, what if I went into the restaurant with you and I was like, hey, I don't like the King of Sweden. So, those are the things that annoy us. I'm sure there could be millions of comments about things that Americans do that annoys everybody else. I can think of a couple right now. It's easy to spot Americans because we're loud. We maybe are wearing socks and sandals, or we wear things that you shouldn't wear. Loud, obnoxious. Sometimes Americans are too willing to just tell everybody what they think and their opinion and how things are in America. Look, it's true about all of us, right? But the important thing with this video is it was just for fun. You know, it's fun to joke and laugh about different cultures and be understanding of each other. I don't really think Europeans are unsophisticated, but I think some of the stuff you do is unsophisticated. Just like Americans aren't unsophisticated, we just eat the different way than you guys. You know, I eat with my right hand primarily, and I'm always told by my girlfriend that it's not, I look like a horrible eating that way, and it's such bad manners. It's just different cultures. Learn to understand everybody. If you agree with me, put that in the comments below. If you don't, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you tell me that you didn't like the video, I'll still respond. Hey, peace.